Hello there. Welcome to day 9 of my carnivore experiment. It's Cheryl here, your no sugar coach. Today my waking blood sugar reading was 5.1, which is just a little bit higher than it was yesterday. So if you're in the States, that reading is 91.8. I did not check my ketones this morning, and I won't be doing it again for about a week. Those little testing strips are very expensive, so I'm gonna hold off. As you know, yesterday I mentioned that my weight was up by 2 pounds, for no reason at all. And this morning, those 2 pounds are gone again. So go figure. So now today I do want to talk to you about something important, and I want to talk to you about fat, and in particular, where we tend to store it and how it can affect your health. Your body stores fat in two main places, under your skin, and which is referred to as subcutaneous fat, or it can be stored around your organs, known as visceral fat. So now how much fat goes to each place depends on three things: your genes, hormones, and how well your body responds to insulin. So your genes decide how many fat cells you have under your skin, and this affects how much fat you can store there safely. Genes also control how well your body can make insulin when needed. So fat stored under the skin, fat stored under the skin is not something to be concerned about. I mean, it's not very pretty to look at, but it is harmless. So if you have a big bottom or you have thick thighs, this fat is healthy. Now, visceral fat, so that's the fat that's stored around your organs. This is very unhealthy fat. When you see a big distended, we'll call them, like, those big beer bellies, that's fat that's stored around the organs. The tummy is really hard, it's distended. And that visceral fat is more sensitive to insulin and stress hormones than the fat that's under the skin. And so when your body becomes less sensitive to insulin, which is called insulin resistance, more fat gets stored around your organs. And this, of course, can start a cycle. The more visceral fat that you have, it leads to more inflammation. When you have inflammation, it makes insulin resistance even worse. And the worse the insulin resistance is, the more it leads to even more visceral fat accumulation. Right, stress can increase visceral fat storage. A hormone called leptin helps to control visceral fat, but its effect over time does decrease. For women, higher estrogen levels, so before menopause, the higher estrogen levels help store more fat as subcutaneous, which is much healthier. So you can see it in cellulite, or feel it jiggle, or those upper arm bat wings. But in the end, how sensitive your body is to insulin plays a big role in deciding whether fat is stored under the skin or if it's going to be stored around your organs. The more insulin resistant you are, the more likely fat will be stored around your organs. So here's something important, and if you need to, just grab a piece of paper and a pen. I want you to take your measurements, because this is very important. If you're a man, your waist, for good health, your waist measurement should be under 40 inches. Anything more than that, and you're looking at trouble. Now, don't go by the size of your pants. Most men with a big belly wear their pants under their belly, just above their hip bones. What I need you to do is measure around at the belly button. So what you think is a 34-inch waist, when you start measuring around your belly button, you will see a big difference. So sorry about that, but just make sure that you keep your waist size 40 inches or less. And same with women. You want to have a waist measurement that is less than 35 inches. You're measuring around at the belly button height. Now, when you eat a very low carb or keto diet, or in my case, a carnivore diet for now, you're helping to reverse insulin resistance, which will help get rid of any visceral fat. So that should be your big project for 2025. Let's get rid of the visceral fat. Anyway, I just thought that this was an important subject to discuss with you. If you have any questions about that, or if you want to learn more about insulin resistance, I will put some notes in the details under this video. I've written extensively about insulin resistance, and I think it's worth a read. All right, so for now, that's it for me today. Yeah, so on before we part ways, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. And I'll see you tomorrow. In the meantime, eat well, be kind to yourself, and keep a smile on your face. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.